Hey Flosstube, it's Katie the Stash Queen coming to you on this Monday, October the 17th. I hope everyone had a good stitchy week. I look like a hot mess, but don't care. I'm actually recording this while the kids are at school, so I'm hoping, fingers, toes, legs, eyes, whatever crossed, that we don't get any interruptions with phone calls and have to do 2 videos and all that sort of thing. So wish us luck. I had a great stitchy week. Got a lot to show you guys. Have a mini finish, have a real finish, and just lots of stuff to show. So let's get started. Start as always with my Q&A. First, Carla Kimona Phillips asked, where did you find the Ornaments magazines? The one, I have been a subscriber to Just Cross Stitch for years, so most of them I got from subscriptions just over the years. Otherwise, I have found them on eBay, I have found them on Stash and Load, I have found them on a couple of other websites that have back order or back issues available for order. They're out there. You just got to kind of search for them. Pemberley Woods said, may I please ask you to help me remember the dimensions for the Prairie Schooler alphabet fabric? I promise to tattoo them somewhere so that I never ask you again. It's a 24 by 45 piece of 32 Joblin in Toasted Almond from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Got your tattoo pen out? 24 by 45, 32 Joblin, Toasted Almond, Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. That's what I use. Sarah Ayaz said, I've heard you speaking about your app that you use. May I ask which one? It is the X Stitch app. You should be able to find it in either the Apple or the Android apps stores. It's great. It works on your phone. I think it costs like $2.99, but it is so worth the $2.99. It has paid for itself worlds over. It says, I'm also a new stitcher. Any advice? Have fun. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something. If you want to only work on one project at a time, fantastic. If you want to start all the things, fantastic. Do what you want to do what you enjoy. Make sure you're having fun, because the moment you're not having fun, or the moment you allow someone to dictate to you what is or is not right, or what you can and can't do, is the moment that you start losing the fun. So just don't be afraid to reach out of your comfort zone and have a great time. Karen Honea Kit 31's asked, one question, where did you find the American flag pattern? I'm assuming you're talking about the American flag quilt sampler by Rosewood Manor. I ordered mine off of 123 Stitch. Solar Stitches asked, are you stitching all the Santas next year? I don't know if I will be stitching all of the Santas that I have gotten, because some of them have come in after I had already planned out my year of starts for next year, but I will be starting quite a lot of them. And have you thought about your rotation and how you're going to work that out next year with the Year of Whips 2.0? For now, it's going to stay the way I've been doing it this year. You're not going to see a whole lot of change as far as my format for the videos or anything is concerned. You're going to have, the new starts I've got planned for the week, the whips I planned for the week. Whip rotation is still working for me in alphabetical order. Yes, I know I'm going to have more whips than there are going to be days in a year. I will cross that bridge when I get to it. But as has been well established on this channel, I am a process stitcher, not a product stitcher. Although I love finishes, that's not my primary focus. So everything will be gotten to when it's gotten to, and I'm not going to stress out and worry about it. So, but I will say, as far as my rotation goes, I'm always kind of evolving it to see how it'll work better for me based on life and everything else that's going on around me. It may vary from week to week, but the basic format of starts and then my whips in alphabetical order. Sorry, itchy nose. I think it's a curse with Flosstube videos. But it'll keep doing the alphabetic rotation is my plan for now. And then Allison Stitches asked, how is the organization of your stitcher room going? It's not. I've got other issues going on. I had it cleaned up and then I got it all crazy messed up again. One of these days. So those are all my Q&A for the week. Thank you as always for your questions. And if anyone has any questions for me, feel free to ask them in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them next week. All right, week in review. This week, for my monthly stitch-alongs, I was able to get the Magical Creatures Calendar by Clouds Factory October portion done. I am doing this on 32 Opal Belfast in Diva from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie using flosses and silks from Mo's sale. And there is October. There are a few errors in it, but that's okay. I think it looks awesome. And here is the whole piece at this point. 2 more to go, 2 more to go. And then we will get this done. Yay! And then here's my minder from Minding My Minders. So this is going away until November. So that leaves me with 2 more of my monthly sales to do this month. The Lakeside Needlecraft one and the Frosted Pumpkin Hoovian Passport. I will get to them at least one of them this week. Focus for a finish is my Some Days You're the House by Coffee Stitcher Designs, which I am doing on a 28 Joblin solo die by Silk Weavers, and I'm subbing out all the flosses and stuff. But here is where I am at this point. I've made progress. So that now that the inside of the house is done, the rest of it's going pretty quickly. So I'm hoping I will have a finish in another week or 2. And then my minder is my little Wicked Witch needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. So I'll keep working on that this week. Then for my annual Mania sale, this past week was a Brooks Books week for me. And I worked on the Spirit of Cross Stitch Angel. And here is where I got to on her. I did a lot of her skirt, the darker brownish gray shades in her skirt, and then started some more of the blue. So made some good progress. I'm happy with it. Then for the monthly Mania sale, we are still doing Baps and Smalls. We love them all for September. Week 2, I worked on my Butterfly Rose Cross by Heaven and Earth Designs. And let's put that here. I am stitching this on 18 count off-white Aida, and I have a page finish. And I started on page 2. I have learned since I started this piece eons ago that cross-country across a full page works better for me. So that's what I started doing over here with with page 2. And then there's my little minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. I am happy, got the page finished. That was my goal. Yay me! So since for the first 2 weeks I worked on Baps, I have decided the last 2 weeks I was going to work on Smalls. And I had said in my video last week that my first small was going to be the, and my minder fell off. Let me get that off of here, because it connected to a minder somewhere else. It was going to be the Applejack from the My Little Pony Pixels and Stitches electronic pattern. I was going to put a link to it below. And look, I finished her! So I moved on to Rainbow Dash. And my goal for this week is to finish Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, and Fluttershy. And if I can, then all of them will be done. And I count these as 6 finishes because I'm separating them as 6 individual magnets. So I have 3 done. So and I'm almost done with Rainbow Dash. I could probably finish Rainbow Dash today. And then it'll be Twilight Sparkle and Fluttershy. And so my goal is to finish all 3 of those this week. Wish me luck. So then that moves us to the year of starts. Got everything started for another week. My first start is an electronic pattern. It's the Claude Monet Mini Artist Gallery from Cloud's Factory. I'll put a link to it below. And I am doing this on 32 Joblin and Sea Witch from Under the Sea Fabrics. And there's my little hair and beard and start of a face. And then there's my jewel needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. Then the next one is the Teacup Herbs, the Time one, which is this one right up here. And I started this on, it's from the Just Cross Stitch April 2015 issue, and I'm doing this on 28 count white Joblin, and here is where I got to. Looked on that cup, and there's my little clock needle minder from Minding My Minders. Then my next one, I'm going to use this envelope to block the pattern. It's the Stained Glass Angel, which I got from World of Cross Stitching issue number 222. And I am stitching that on 28 Joblin in Kaleidoscope from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And here's where we got started. Some of her face and a little bit of her hair. And I have that little pearl needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. Then the next one comes from the Just Cross Stitch 2015 ornament issue. And it is Merry Christmas with Love by Tempting Tangles Designs, which is this one right down here. Right there. And I am stitching this on 28 Joblin in Tropical from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And here is where I got to at this point. Worked on that tree some. And then my little minders from Minding My Minders. Then the next one comes from Just Cross Stitch 2011 ornament issue, and it is the Christmas Quilt by Julia Lucas Designs, which is this one right up here. And I am doing this on an 18 count white Aida from my stash, and here's where I got to at this point. Start on that first quilt block. My little ornament needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then the sixth one for this week came from the 2013 Christmas ornament issue from Just Cross Stitch. And it is Merry Stitchmas from Sue Hillis Designs. And I am doing this on 32 Belfast and Frozen Margarita from Under the Sea Fabrics. And here's where I got to. Done a little tomato pincushion, Merry Stitchmas. And I have my little penguin needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. And then the last of my new starts this week is Stunning Stockings, which comes from the World of Cross Stitching issue number 221. And I am stitching this on 32 Joblin in Bloodlust from Under the Sea Fabrics. Here's where I got to. See, the color's a little bit more accurate back here, but there's the detail. With my little Cindy Lou Who, who's no more than 2, minder. I believe I got it from Nifty Needle Nannies. Might have been Gina's Unique Boutique. So those were all my starts for the week. Yay! I'm almost at 300 starts. This week I will hit 300 starts. Crazy, huh? Less than 100 starts left for the year, though. That's big. I did work on 2 whips. I was able to get to 2 whips this week. The first one is from World of Cross Stitching issue number 222. It is 3 Wise Men. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. And I am doing this on 32 Joblin in Twilight from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And here I was able to work more on the middle one's robe. I have my little ornament needle minder from Minding My Minders. And then the other one I worked on was today from Cross Stitch Needleworks July 2013 issue. And this is being done on perforated plastic, and here is where I was able to get to. Added some more pink. Have a little Gemini needle minder from Minding My Minders, because I and my son are Geminis. So that was this past week. So let's look ahead for what I have coming up this week. So I've done 2 of my monthly stitch-alongs, both of the Clouds Factory ones actually. Magical Creatures is done until November. Postcards from the World is done until November. So I'll see which mood strikes me if I'm going to work on my Pumpkin Passport, or if I'm going to work on my Lakeside Needlecraft one this week. We will see. I have a feeling I know which one I'm going to do. You're just going to have to wait and see. For the annual Mania, I'll keep working on my Sundays Near the House for the focus before I finish. For the annual Mania Sal this week for me, it is a Chatelaine week. So I will be working on Medieval Town Mandala. And this is being done on 32 Lugana and Truffle from Picture This Plus. Let's get this opened up here. There we go. Here's where we are last time I worked on it. I had started working on adding more of the metallic around this inner portion, so I'm pretty sure I'll at least work on that. And then have my little Camelot needle minder from Minding My Minders. No, it actually goes this way. Might help if I put it the right direction. But still, you see how there's a little bit more metallic than there is up here. That metallic goes all the way around, so we'll work some on that. Then for the Baps and Smalls, I'm going to keep working, like I said, on finishing out those last 3 My Little Ponies. So I can add 3 more finishes to my tally for the year. Because my goal is to get to 16, and I'm on track for that if I get those 3 done. So once I finish that, the next one that I will move to for Baps and Smalls is going to be the Christmas Lace Snowflake, which is from the 2007 ornament issue. Christmas Lace Snowflake, which is by Rosewood Manor. And I am doing this one on 32 Belfast and NYX from Under the Sea Fabrics, and I'm using all goodies from Stitchy Box. All the beads and the thread and the metallic and all that. So here's where I got to when I worked on it. And there's my big blingy snowflake from Gina's Unique Boutique. This went along really quickly when I did it, so I will get working on that. Then we move on to the Year of Starts. Let's see what we've got this week. These over here. So first up this week, from Just Cross Stitch December 2014, from the Elegant Ornament Quartet, it's going to be number 2, which is this one right over here. And I am doing this just on a 28 count antique white Jobelin, no big deal, and a cute little angel needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then the next one is from the Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch Samplers book. It's a really old book. Let me see when it was published. When was this published? 1986. I was 6 years old. So from the Cross Stitch Samplers book, I am going to be working on the flower sampler, which is this one right here. I may switch out some colors for variegation up here with the words, but I plan on pretty much keeping the colors down here, so we'll see. And I am doing this on 32 Jobelin in Warm Sugar from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, pretty brown neutral. And my minders is just Pretty Jewel Needle Minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. Then the next one is from Joan Elliott's Bewitching Cross Stitch book. It's going to be the next in the Words series. It's going to be Hope, which is this one right down there. And like the others, I am doing it on 28 Jobelin and Rhiannon from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. One of these 2 halves. And my minder is just this little cute glass girl needle minder from Nessa's Needle Minders. Reminds me of my daughter. Then the next one is an electronic pattern. It is called Fear Can Make You Kind, and it's by Frigid Stitch. And I will put a link to it below. I'm going to be doing it on 28 Joblin in Junebug from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And my minder, because this is a Hoovian piece, have a Hoovian minder, it's smaller on the outside. Kate, the Queen of Starts, gave this to me for my birthday. Fear Can Make You Kind is an awesome quote from one of my favorite episodes of 12's run so far. So, then the 5th and 7th piece that I will work on this week is the Prairie Schooler alphabet. S is for sewing and T is for time. You will be starting next week. And this is on the 32 Joblin and Toasted Almond from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, which is a 24 by 45 piece. Got that, Pemberley? And here's where we are at this point. So there's the whole shebang. So we'll be starting on the 3rd row. Yay! And my minder is my little Wonder Woman needle minder from Minding My Minders. So this will be 2 of my days of starts for this week. And then the last day start for this week is going to be My Autumn Fairy by Joan Elliott. And I am doing her on 32 Belfast and Harvest Moon from Under the Sea Fabrics. I think she's going to look beautiful on this very autumny orange and yellow fabric. And my minder is Autumn Christmas, or an Autumn Tree from Nifty Needle Nannies. So those are all of my starts. Since I started 2 whips, or I worked on 2 whips this past week, there are 5 that are held over, which I'm not going to show. But I did add 2 more to my list, in case I get to them, for a full 7 days. The first one is an electronic pattern. It's the 12 Days of Christmas by Satsuma Street, and I'm doing it all as one piece. I haven't worked on this since like January, when I started it for the year of starts. I'm doing this on 32 Joblin in Spring Grass from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Told you hadn't done much, just some border. And then there's my Booney Grinch needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. And then the other whip that I have pulled in my alphabetic rotation is the Twisted Rainbow Sampler by Northern Expressions Needleworks. And I am doing this on 32 Lugana and Ariel from Picture This Plus, and using threads from Drapery Design Silks. So here's where we are at this point. So I need to finish this specialty band right there. That'll be good to do. And then my minder's a Rainbow Lollipop needle minder from Minding My Minders. Or not Minding My Minders, Nifty Needle Nannies, excuse me. So those are my plans. We will see how far I get this week. So the rest of this is Halloween countdown box from Stitchy Box and Stashquisitions. So this week for Stitchy Box, we start off with day 11, which is this really pretty sun-baked orange silk from Fiberlicious. And the little card says, Fiberlicious's spun silk floss is 100% silk. It has an almost woolen texture, which it really does. I love it. Use 2 strands on lower count fabrics and 1 strand on 36 or higher linen. This thread is used in a chart in this shipment. Then, I'll get the box down here so I can just put these back in the box for now until I have a better place for them. Then day 12 is a cute little wax bat. It's Batty McBatface Waxer. Keep your threads in line with our exclusive thread waxer from Noteworthy Needle. Not sure how, but to best use Batty, check out today's post on the Countdown to Halloween blog for a how-to video. I've never really used wax for it, so but it's cute. Then on day 13, we have this vintage French rayon picot trim, a half a yard of it. It's this vintage rayon trim from France can be used in your stitched piece or as a trim around the outside of a pincushion or other needlework small. Your card has approximately half a yard. It's very pretty. Day 14. Day 14. Here it is. Day 14 from Classic Colorworks was Weeping Willow. And it says, this wonderful hand-dyed cotton floss from Classic Colorworks has a home in just about any Halloween project. Use 2 strands, lower count fabrics, 1 strand on higher count fabrics. Weeping Willow is used in one of the charts in this shipment. Because on day 15, we got a chart. Yay! It says the Quaker Pumpkin Chart. Don't you just love this pumpkin designed by Quaker Fantasies for RATM? The model is stitched with goodies from this box. Sun-baked orange and weeping willow floss and dusty purple linen. Can't wait to see you put your own spin on it. It looks awesome. I will start it at some point. At some point. Then day 16 was yesterday. It is an embroidery linen for finishing. It says, try using this flax-colored embroidery linen in combination with your dusky purple linen from day 7 for finishing. Check out today's post for examples. So you can use this like as a back of, if you stitch that piece, then use this like as a back for a pillow or something. So that's finishing linen. And then today's, the 17th, is wool stuffing. One of my favorite pincushion stuffings is good old-fashioned sheep's wool. For best results, pull small bits of wool and fluff them up before stuffing into your cushion or ornament. So if I make a little pillow, I can fill it with that. So that is this week in the countdown to Halloween Stitchy Box. This has been so awesome. I can't praise Stitchy Box stuff enough. I love it. I adore it. I will say this. If you are not someone who likes experimenting, if you don't like switching out fabrics and flosses and all that sort of thing, it may not be for you. I love to do that, as you all have seen. I think it's awesome. It's worth every penny. I have all the other countdown boxes coming because I'm obsessed. And Liz is amazing to work with. She's just awesome. All right. Stashquisitions. Only have one Santa this week. More are coming. This is St. Nicole from the Jamlin Collectors series. I like that one a lot. For some reason, I just do. Then Stony Creek had 2 freebies. One is the Holly Jolly Christmas October 2016 for their series from September, October, and November. This is the October portion. And then they also had Christmas Banners 6 leaflet for those 2 patterns for free. So I ordered that also. And then I got, as I always do, another one of the memory threads. This is 6150 for my Spirit of Oz Santa. Then on Wednesday, my kids have religious education at our school, or at our church. So, and it's not worth driving home, because of the distance, and because my parents no longer live right next door to the church, it doesn't make sense for me to drive there, drop them off, drive home, only have to turn around and drive back, because it only lasts about an hour. So I went to Joann's. And they had some Color Infusions memory thread, so I got 2 more colors from them. This is 6040, and this is 6010. So I have 2 more off the list. I needed some new scissors because mine are not working so well anymore, so I just got some of the DMC. I know they're not the fanciest of scissors, but they work. Then I got some size 26 needles, because that's the size I like. And then I got some, just a tube of white 28 even weave from Charles Craft, because sometimes I just need the white 28 count instead of ordering from 1 stitch. I can use this. And then I got materials so I can finish off and fully finish my Madonna and Child ornament from Books. So I got some scrapbook paper that I'm going to use to back them because they're pretty sparkly blue. I got some beads that I'm going to use. These are a little bit bigger than what my typical beads are. They're just Beater's Paradise check glass beads in sapphire. So I'm going to use these to make the little hanger instead of using a ribbon. And then I got some zip dry paper glue because it's perforated paper to paper, so to use. So maybe this week I will get that done and I can show off the FFO. Don't hold your breath. We'll see when I can get it done. And then last I have Needleminders. First one is the latest from Frosted Pumpkin. Because we all know I love penguins, I was going to get this one no matter what. Isn't that just adorable? Then I have an order from Nifty Needle Nannies. These first 4 I'm really excited about because I helped consult on them to make them look accurate. But here is the Weeping Angel and the 10th Doctor. And then the 11th Doctor and a Dalek. Awesome. I'm very happy with this. From Nifty Needle Nannies. And then a few more from Nifty Needle Nannies. My little girl, Bumblebee, got accidentally destroyed, so I got that one. I think she sent this one along as a freebie. Little Bumblebee. A recipe card, Java, and then some little Halloween colored baubles. And then the last one, it's the book, it's the other title for Outlander, which is called Cross Stitch, actually. So I got that one. This is Belle, with a pretty designer Belle with a little foot rest puppy, and then an Ewok, because Ewoks are awesome. So that is it for me this week. Future plans, hopefully at some point I will get the ornament issue done. I'm going to try this week to get caught up on everything I need to do stitcher-wise. So, ornament issue video, do the, finish up my order for kitting up for November. I ran out of Ziploc bags, so I had to get some more at the store this week, and I got those today, so I can finish up kitting up and placing the order that I need for November. And then I can make that video. And maybe, like I said, making that one project into an FFO. We will see. But otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful Stitchy week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!